New Thought Media Network proudly presents the Global Heart of Peace's Peace Party. Celebrate the many paths to peace. Explore an exciting life of peace. Embody joyous peace. Come to our weekly Peace Party, Mondays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on New Thought Media Network. www.ntmedia.org.
Welcome to today's Peace Party, brought to you by the Global Heart of Peace Initiative at CSL. I am Reverend Chris Plem. I am a member of the Global Heart of Peace Initiative team and a special focus minister at Mile High Church. We are here to celebrate the many aspects of peace and explore how exciting a life full of peace and joy can be. Today, I will be talking about gentle piano music and the sacred space within. There are many different types of music for inner peace. Earlier in this series, you heard one of our speakers talk about rather exciting rock and roll music, energizing, but brought great peace to her. I find myself drawn to a different kind of music, the tender notes of gentle piano music. Why piano? Well, let me tell you why. When I was just a mere babe, I was sometimes would be being babysat at my grandmother's home. And I had an Aunt Ruth that would play piano in the background. She always played classical piano pieces and maybe contemporary but gentle piano. The house would hum gently with her melodies, weaving a calm into the fabric of my childhood. That memory is just formative. It's the root of why this kind of music resonates so deeply for me and so spiritually. My normal morning routine is before the noise of the world starts, I move into a space of silent contemplation. This quiet place becomes a sacred opening, a spiritual threshold. When I do finally rouse myself from my contemplative meditation and start my morning routine, preparing breakfast, tidying up the kitchen, etc. During all of that, I let the delicate sounds of piano music flow through me. Artists like Irina, Paul Cardell, Thad Fisella, and Yanni provide more than background music. They provide a centering current, a return to the present. Have you ever been so overwhelmed or upset, maybe by a news article or something that's happened in your family, that prayer seems unreachable? Well, I have. And in those moments, traditional prayer, the kind with words and affirmations, and when I say traditional prayer, I'm talking about the New Thought traditional prayer, it can feel very inaccessible. Gentle music helps me, and it may help you, reach that inner space of quiet. There is a way of a quiet prayer of presence. Acknowledging the full range of my feelings or your feelings without judgment is in itself, it's a sacred act. It's recognizing that all emotions, grief, anger, fear, confusion, are still all part of the divine, still part of God's divine embrace, and can be a path back to yourself. So what do I do if this happens to me? Well, I don't resist the feeling, first of all. I try to let myself feel into those feelings, knowing that they're neither good nor bad, they just are. And I try to think of what might God's perception of my situation be. Could I lean into my understanding of the divine as a comforter, as beloved, as that unconditional presence? I return again to the image of my grandmother, a living embodiment of unconditional love. I felt it then, and I can still feel it now. Can you recall a time when you were surrounded by the same unconditional love? Can you let yourself feel it now, wrapping itself around you like a warm blanket? Perhaps that's a way to get to peace for yourself. I also ask myself from that space, what are my emotions trying to show me? Is some kind of growth unfolding, even if it's hidden in discomfort? Am I so tied to something in my past that it's just not working for me anymore? Or perhaps it's a perception that this event or situation is uncomfortable or not to my liking, or some perception around it. And then I ask myself, how can I meet this moment or event without judgment? Apostle Paul reminds us in Galatians 5:22 through 25, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, peace, and self-control. So my resolve then becomes, let me strive to keep in step with that Spirit. Let me start with that presence. Let me start with stillness. And a single note on that piano can open that door to peace for me. I find myself returning to that peace over and over again during the day, and returning to that gentle piano music whenever I need it. For it gives me the ability to fall back into peace and to remember that no matter what the event, the situation, the news story, whatever it may be, God is bigger than all of that. God is bigger than this world in which we live and move and have our being. So now I would like to move us forward into prayer from our dear Dr. Ernest Holmes. In this peace that holds me so gently, I find strength and protection. It is the peace of God in which I feel this holy presence. I am so conscious of this love, this protection, that all sense of fear slips away from me as mist fades in the morning light. I see good in everything. God personified in all people, life manifest in every event. The Spirit unites everything with itself. So knowing the truth that God is all there is, that God is our life, our love, our being, our essence, mine and yours, that it is all the emotions we feel, it is all that unconditional love that we feel, it is the embrace of that unconditional love and peace that flows to the center of our being. I know that Spirit God moves us forward to whatever works for us to find peace in the midst of this interesting life and culture we find ourselves in. So giving great thanks for knowing that peace is all, that God is all, that I am connected and you are connected. These words are created. They bubble up. They are in the mind of God. They are fully and truly expressed right now. And I simply say, and so it is. So thank you for joining us today as we explored a unique aspect of peace and hopefully introduce you to a new way to look at peace. Please join us again next week at 5 p.m. Mountain Time on Monday for a new quest and topic. May you dance in the joy of a peace-filled life.